The Ferrari 330 GT 2+2 Speciale tells a story of taste, experimentation, and the freedom of 1960s Italian coach building. Built in 1966 on a standard 330 GT 2+2 chassis, it began as the personal car of Italian nightclub owner Norbert, often recorded as Roberto or Norbert Navarro. He wanted something more dramatic than the factory Pininfarina design. Instead of selling the car, he reimagined it. Navarro sketched a bold new shape and turned to Piero Drogo and his Modena-based Carrozzeria sports cars to execute the project. Drogo's shop already had experience crafting one-off Ferrari bodies, including the famous 250 GT bread van. For chassis 7979, he retained the mechanicals, but reshaped nearly everything above them. Under the surface, the Speciale stayed close to the production 330 GT. A 4.0-liter Colombo V12 produced about 300 horsepower and paired with a 5-speed manual. The car kept its front engine, rear-drive layout, disc brakes at all 4 corners, and a live rear axle rather than the independent rear suspensions found on later Ferraris. In other words, radical on the outside, familiar underneath. The bodywork broke with Ferrari tradition. Long, sweeping flanks flowed into tall rear buttresses that read like tailfins. A stretched roofline changed the proportions. The rear glass dropped gently into a shortened deck. The original 6-side glass pieces and much of the door structure remained, a practical concession to cost. Taillights came from another Ferrari model. Up front, the squared-off nose and angular lighting hinted at the futuristic mood of the era. Painted metallic gold, the car earned the nickname Golden Car, alongside Navarro Special, Drogo Speciale, and later Navarro Special Nart. Reaction was mixed from the beginning. Some admired the boldness, others questioned the aesthetics and wondered why Drogo accepted the commission at all. For a small coach builder, the answer was simple. Take work, push boundaries, stay relevant. Navarro kept the car only a short time. By 1971, it passed through Drogo's business to American Ferrari importer Luigi Chinetti and crossed the Atlantic. In the United States, it eventually wore red, then underwent a thorough restoration, starting around 2008, to return it to its original gold finish. By 2013, the car looked as it did in the 1960s. Auction houses later promoted it with estimates around $400,000 to $600,000, though buyers remained selective. Today, it survives as a true one-off, a fully functioning Ferrari that captures an era when individuality mattered more than conformity, and when a brave owner and an ambitious coach builder could rewrite the shape of a car without touching its soul.